Bitmine investors, pay attention, something interesting is happening around that crucial $41 level again, and it might be signaling what's coming next for BMNR. Now let's break down exactly what's been going on. Welcome to Big B USA Stock, your daily source for U.S. stock market updates, trends, and insights. Stay ahead, stay informed. Subscribe now for daily update. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Bitmine, BMNR, recently pushed slightly above the $41 mark, but couldn't hold that position for long, eventually dipping back near that same area. The $41 zone is more than just another price point. It's been acting as a significant support level. As of this moment, the stock is hovering right around that zone, which is why many people are keeping a close eye on what happens next. Interestingly, a few days ago, we witnessed some promising fundamental developments surrounding BMNR. One notable move was Cathie Wood's investment in Bitmine, a detail that caught the attention of many in the market. Whenever an experienced investor like her steps in, it often sparks curiosity and confidence among retail investors. It gives the impression that some smart money is quietly positioning itself for a potential move. But that's not the only positive sign. Around the same time, Sophie made headlines by releasing an update about its blockchain initiatives. This was particularly encouraging news for the broader blockchain sector, and especially for Ethereum. Since Bitmine's business model and performance are closely tied to Ethereum's network, positive movements in Ethereum's ecosystem tend to benefit BMNR indirectly. We've talked about this relationship before, how developments in the blockchain world can directly or indirectly influence BMNR's growth. And once again, this connection seems to be playing out exactly as expected. To understand this better, imagine Ethereum as a massive energy grid that powers multiple businesses. Whenever that grid expands or becomes more efficient, every company connected to it, including Bitmine, experiences a boost. Or think of it like this. If every gas station in the world was owned by a single company, then every car that fuels up, whether for business, transport, or travel, would contribute to that company's profits. That's a simple way to visualize the link between Ethereum and Bitmine. When Ethereum grows, Bitmine benefits. Now, let's quickly look at Ethereum's technical setup. Recently, Ethereum bounced strongly from the $3,000 support level, which many analysts view as a healthy sign. Such a move suggests that buyers are stepping back in, possibly signaling strength returning to the overall crypto market. When we turn back to Bitmine, BMNR, the current chart might make some investors nervous since the stock has been trending slightly downward. But the key thing to understand is that the fundamentals tell a much more encouraging story. Despite short-term volatility, underlying data and recent buying interest suggest the company might be better positioned than its chart alone implies. Zooming out to the broader market environment, the Fear and Greed Index, a tool that measures overall investor sentiment, has shifted from extreme fear to simply fear. While that may not sound overly optimistic, it's an improvement that hints at growing stability in market emotions. In other words, investors are becoming a little less fearful and a bit more willing to take calculated risks. This subtle change in sentiment could play an important role in shaping short-term market movements. Historically, when fear begins to decline, value-driven investors tend to re-enter the market, targeting fundamentally strong assets that are trading near support zones, which is exactly where BMNR currently sits. To summarize, Bitmine, BMNR, might be showing some short-term weakness on the charts, but the bigger picture looks far more balanced. With Cathie Wood's recent purchase, the blockchain sector's positive momentum, and Ethereum's technical recovery, BMNR could be positioning itself for its next significant move. Of course, the market can always shift quickly, and there are no guarantees. But the combination of improving fundamentals, stabilizing sentiment, and technical support makes this an interesting point in time for anyone tracking Bitmine's performance closely. This was Big B Stock USA, bringing you the latest updates from the U.S. markets. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.